and you come to Japan with a brand new championship leader, that in Boris 01. So Boris has taken the lead away from Jacques Lecrancy, who took the lead away from Lee van Rooyen. So the battle for the championship is really heating up, and today he's going to set the cat amongst the pigeons. Suzuka, probably one of the most feared tracks on the calendar, and the boys are all nervous for this race. A lot at stake here, as we're also winding up towards season 2, where we'll be switching from F1 2019 through to the F1 2020 game. So a lot to play for today, and a lot at stake, because the championship is really wide open. Anyone up down to 4th could still win it. So Boris is obviously the leader right now at 118 points. Jacques Lecrancy trailing by 1 point at 117. Lee van Rooyen slightly losing some ground to the top 2, now at 101. He's got a lot of ground to make up. Not had the best of few races lately, really short of a win. We have then Tiger Bolt, also very consistent finisher at 99 points. So the top 4 all separated by 19 points for the FTR Season 1 Championship fight as it continues here in Suzuka. With me today I have Mr. Antonio Groenewald. Tones are one of our F2 drivers, and he had a daunting time at Suzuka, he says, on Monday. How are you, Tones?
I shall nice and you.
Yeah, man. Alright, can't complain.
Yeah, no, Suzuka was a tough one. The rain didn't make it very easier, or a lot easier. I'm hoping it looks a bit overcast for qualifying on this race. We'll see what the rain has got in store for these drivers.
Yeah, let's hope the rain does stay away. I know it threw some cat amongst the pigeons on Monday for Q1. The guys had very weird strategies. Some going on the inters a bit early, some opting on the mediums. Unfortunately for Puff he was the victim of some poor Ferrari strategy. He was well in control of the Grand Prix, and the rain came down and unfortunately did not stop to get those inters on, and yeah, he got out.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but the rain here in Suzuka, as we experienced the Monday night, was when it starts to come down, it's a very light drizzle, and it really makes making a decision on tires a lot more difficult. You need to stay on your inter or on your soft tires, your dry tires, and as the track starts to get wetter and wetter, it's difficult to make that call as to when is it wet enough to come in for the intermediates. So it definitely makes it a little bit more difficult.
100%. And Jacques Lecrancy now already into the 129s, 129.504. Eugene also setting a great time, 132.7. Next to cross the line looks to be one of the Reynolds. It's Burnout 007. Yes, he goes into 7th now. Coming out of the line will be Lee van Rooyen. He goes 2nd, 129.5. Second, oh, look at that. Only 1,000th of a second separating Lee and Lecrancy. That is very close. Absolutely awesome, amazing. Lee van Rooyen with a lot to gain now in Suzuka. He needs to get himself well back into the championship.
It almost reminds me of a race back in the 1990s. I can't remember the exact race, but there was this one qualifying, I think, where Jacques Villeneuve, Michael Schumacher and Heinz-Harry Frentzen set up the exact same qualifying time.
That's 100% correct. I do remember that.
Again.
Funny enough, I was actually watching that Grand Prix on the YouTube reruns, so that was actually funny enough that you mentioned it. And yes, if I can remember, it might have been Fiji, or was it a Japanese Grand Prix?
No,
I'm not 100%. Anyone in the comments do know, maybe just let us know. Right, let me just see if I can get the stream up and running here and I can get some comments on. I see the guys really starting to watch. And welcome again, yes, to Suzuka for Tier 1 FTR racing. And I've had a, let's say, a week hiatus. I had some issues with my console. Had my hard drive replaced by, thank you very much, Blind Ant in Centurion. Sorting my console out in a week. Dropped it off last week, Monday. And it was ready for me this week, Monday. I just only had the opportunity to go and fetch it. So sorted my controller out and my PlayStation out at a really good price. So yeah, thank you very much again, Etienne at Blind Ant. And Savage Moses now posts the quickest time there.
And also, I see it seems like qualifying already has its first two victims. Gian Witta with its first rule, I see is great out. I'm not sure what happened with him. If maybe those S's that caught him, I don't know. But yeah, we're already down 2 people.
Yeah, I did notice when I did come onto the stream that GJ Botha, here Botha as the Afrikaners guys, you know, I get a lot of stick from my Afrikaans. My Afrikaans isn't that bad. I just think when I get under pressure and I have to defend myself, I'm not very good with it. So yeah, I did notice that he was actually out of the session before we started, so I'm not sure if maybe it's connection failure. But did you perhaps see what happened with Wizard's first rule, our American friend? Oh, look at that, Jacques Lecrancey goes into the 128. Oh, 128.957. Look at that.
That's quick.
Jacques Lecrancey losing out in Russia, but great fight back. He's got a lot to make up here at Suzuka. Nam Bulldog now gone through the first sector quickest. Purple's the sector. Round the very tight hairpin bend towards Spoon Corner. This has been, I think, an awesome little section of track that we've seen in real life. Some awesome overtakes by the guys. I remember Eddie Irvine doing an overtake, I think it was in a Minardi at that stage, and that was absolutely brilliant, just hanging around the outside. All those G-forces pulling your eyeballs out of your sockets, but still managing to get it through. Yeah, Eddie Irvine, the playboy of Ferrari.
Unfortunately, never was one of my favorites, but yeah, you get those races. Yeah, so it was just one of my opinions. But looking at these times the drivers are setting up right now, I think that's seriously quick times, 128.9 for Jacques Lecrancey. If we get these sort of times in Quali 1, I can't wait to see what they put out in Quali 3, you know.
Yeah.
I know a lot of these drivers, they don't put out the big guns in the first Quali, you know, they just set a time to secure Quali 2. And when the last qualifying session comes in, that's when the guys put in serious time. So
now that's when they dial that up to that fuel usage up to number 4, ERS up to number 5, and smash it. I must say this livery helmet of DBR 257 Deerwald, it's really a pretty nice livery for the car that he's driving. It's got that pink blue livery as well to his helmet, and I think it suits very nicely. It absolutely awesome. Looks good. He looks in one with that car. He does put his car into 13th though. Q1 right now, I think for the Tier 1 drivers. Jacques Lecrancey had enough of this session. He's climbed out the car. He's going to have some tea before Q2. The boys now know that 2 cars out means all of them progress through to Q2.
The next, yes.
That's correct.
Yeah, so I think we're going to have a quiet qualifying one for the next few minutes, so yeah.
Right, can you recall what the lap time was on Monday for pole position?
Unfortunately not. Let me see if I can find some information there.
I think the guys were into the 129s. I can't exactly remember, but yes, this being our elite of the FTR family.
Unfortunately, I don't have the information for now.
That's 100%. We can have a look at for that in a while, just to obviously compare where these guys are on Tier 1 versus Tier 2. Yeah, myself, unfortunately, very upset I couldn't race last week Monday or this week Monday, so I've left my teammate Uncle Dr. Class all alone. Unfortunately, Monday he didn't have a good race, so yeah, hopefully we'll be back in our party chat next week Monday for the next Grand Prix. So as everyone I think pretty much winds down, there's not really much more that can happen. Everyone will go through.
No.
We've got about 5 minutes left of the session as the boys go around. So just have a look quickly at what the guys are commenting here. And yeah, we have Adrian. Welcome back, Sheldon. Yeah, thank you very much, Adrian. Yeah, missed you guys too. We'll definitely try to get some more Afrikaans going. Ons moet bietjie, ons seker moet bietjie vir die almal aan almal dink en bietjie Afrikaans praat vir die ouens met die Ferraris en so aan. And Puff Meis gives me a lot of trouble and Pandego about my Afrikaans, so it's cool.
Yeah, well, my English is about like your Afrikaans, so maybe we can supplement each other.
Yeah, well, yeah, we'll make each other look good. So okay, yeah. Next time we'll practice that you speak English the whole race and I speak Afrikaans the whole race. See how that goes. Join a new audience. So Razor 082 saying pole time was a 1:29 flat by Warlock. Thank you, Razor. Yeah, there we go. Sheldon the King, Sublime Film. That's Nick Gish. Yeah, cheers, Nick. Thank you, man. Ain't no king, but thank you very much. Well, if I'm a king, I'm still waiting on my gold, guys. Come on, really? I don't get paid for this. But yeah, Tone's also joining me, so I think Tone's also going to become a regular. Tones, you enjoying yourself in the comments box?
Yeah. No, it's nice. I really do enjoy it.
Pretty cool. Yeah, we big time. We commentate to an audience of about 30-40 people at a time. It's pretty lofty up here in these heights of our fame and fortune, so we bring the entertainment to the guys. So yeah, Leaf and Royan, you're supposed to be focusing on the championship and not looking at the dogs that are barking. So Lee just making some fun there, but Sniffleizer on a smasher of a lap now. His purple sectors 1 and 2. Ferrari going nicely. One of the newer signings recently took over halfway through the season. He goes into 6th. There must be a telemetry issue because he purpled all 3 sectors but only finished 6th. So still very respectable time. 1:30.278. As the time winds down, everybody but the 2 Mercedes of Burries and Manu Dietrich out on track. As we saw, Sniffleizer just setting a time as well. There we go. Burries now purpling sector 1. So they either are going quicker through the few sectors or we do have a telemetry timing issue, as you can see on the little mini map on the right hand side of the screen.
Yes.
Yeah, when the guys hit it and they go quickest through that first sector, it will pop up purple. If they improve on their personal best to that sector, it will go green. If they slower, it will go red. So usually when they go slower through sectors 1 and 2, usually you can call it and normally just pull your car back into the pits, fresh hit of rubber and try again. But as we go through with Burries on here now, we're going past the timing light of sector 2. You see there, he purples that sector. Another purple sector. He comes up to the speed trap, hooks it right, left through the chicane onto this, and no problem, smooth like butter through, opens the flap, DRS goes to the line and hits it 6th. Very nice.
No, these races really setting in some good times. And I guess a lot of their strategies will also have him on the softs in the second qualifying as well. So maybe we'll see an improvement on these times.
There we go. Manu there puts that the second Mercedes into 10th. really Hamilton Bottas teammate team up going over here. Combination, yes. Even my English sometimes runs out of juice. You then have to help me. Yeah. So yeah, I'm trying to read the comments and watch the stream at the same time and watch the TV. So I'm getting a little confused there. So I mean, Mario Dietrich really giving great support to Burries for Mercedes-Benz to take up on the championship. And Tony, if I can ask you, just to maybe look on the info group for us and just have a look at the Constructors' Championship right now. I'm sure that Mercedes is leading us with Williams close behind and Red Bull not too far off either.
I'm going to have a quick look for you there.
Cool, cheers, man. Mr. Nachel, Afrikaans not too bad. Sheldon, yeah, thank you, man. Yeah, my Afrikaans isn't too bad. I just don't speak Afrikaans too often. Only when I say nearbas, Slani. No, as Trevor Noah would say.
Okay, so the Tier 1 Constructors, as it stands now, we've got Mercedes in first position on 160 points, followed by the Racing Point racers. They are on 157, so only 3 points separating them there. And then we've got a bit of a gap to number 3, which is the Haas team, on 124. And then we've got the Red Bull, Williams, McLaren, Alfa, Toro Rosso, Ferrari down in 9th position, only on 28 points, and then Renault on number 10. Right. So, yeah, very close between the Mercedes and the Racing Point drivers.
Oh, there we go.
And so,
yes.
Yes. Looking at our races for tonight, we've got the 2 Mercedes drivers in the top 10 and only 1 Racing Point driver. So I think Mercedes might just increase their lead in the constructors tonight if these 2 guys have a good clean race. So yeah, let's see what happens.
Right, there we go. So we have it, Q1 done. Now we're on to Q2. Nobody falls out except for the 2 retirements that we had been Wizard's First Rule and GJ Buerta. Not one of them setting a time. GJ Buerta, I think, might have had a connectivity issue, if I'm not mistaken, or could be mistaken. But Wizard's First Rule, as you said, Anthony, he bit the wall.
I'm trying to find out what happened with him, so I'll let you know as soon as I've got some news.
Interesting there. I saw Avilach actually qualifying in a 131.5 on the mediums. You could possibly hit another second off that if you go onto the softs. So really competitive amongst the top 10 anyway. So there we go, 15 minutes in Q2, 15 minutes to get yourself into the top 10. You don't want to be 11th, 12th, 13th or 14th if you want to have a shot at getting into pole. Yeah, is also the time when the guys decide what are they going to do in regards to strategy for the race. So some of them might have looked forward to the weather forecast and judged their tire selection on the weather forecast, as we see Nick Gishen going out to the mediums. So what you can do with the mediums, you can run a longer first stint, and if that rain affects the race like it did on Monday in Tier 2, you can then switch directly or immediately onto the intermediates and prevent or avoid a second unnecessary stop. So depending on the weather for the race, these are where the boys now decide what are they going to be doing in terms of tire strategy. But we can see it looks a little gloomy over Suzuka.
Yes.
No threat of rain now. I don't know if we can maybe get one of the drivers to let us know what it looks like for the weather forecast for the race. Maybe you can just pop into the comments there for us.
And I see a lot of the races going on the medium tires is already out on the track. I could see if they're just like testing the waters to see what type of lap times is going to be put up, and maybe those medium tires will be good enough. But I've got a suspicion they're going to come back for their softs.
It's very competitive. These, I'd say, all 20 drivers in Tier 1 are the elite of FTR right now. They're riding with far less assists than we do in Tier 2. And they are so closely competitive. I mean, we are missing Divan tonight again, unfortunately. Senior Ghost is also missing tonight. And there's one other that I might just have to think about as we're riding on board with Nick Gish, and he'll start us our account opening Q2. Yeah, those boys, if the mediums are not going to get you into the top 10, we're going to see those guys jumping on the softs.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. So, right, just checking again quickly on the comments as we're riding with Nick Kishan, who is actually from Sublime Form. So, yeah, the king concentrating on the race and the comments at the same time. See these tier 1 drivers, what they do. Hey, Anthony. You see this? They just mock you. Anyway, so... Yes. Oh, no.
Joppa, which had put in the quickest time in Quali 1, is out on mediums, so...
And so is Savage Moses. So Nick Gishin's invalidated his lap. He's slowing down. Savage Moses is now going to pass by him to go forward. It's me, Buddha's out. Yes, I've just noticed that too. Looks like there's also a Renault parked up. If you can just have a look at that one for us.
Yeah, it seems like Bernard had a collision with DBR. So that's what the penalty is about.
That's very interesting on qualifying to get those penalties. Right, no rain predicted on the weather report, so let's hope it stays like that. And well, it's actually very nice when it rains because it becomes unpredictable. Opportunities arise for drivers who maybe are further down behind the pack, and Savage Moses opens up our count 130.978. He goes over. Next goes Burry's. He goes into the 129s on a medium. Next to Cross looks like it is Suzuka. Yes, there we go. Eugene goes over.
Gene, 130.2 on mediums. That's a quick time. I noticed that it seems like Suzuka and Nick both invalidated their laps, so they're probably going to have another go. Just looking at Leaf and Royan coming over the line now on his mediums, seeing what time he puts up. 130.2. Yeah, okay, so these guys have quite good pace on the mediums.
Great stuff. It's me, Bernard, now checking off into the pit lane. Looks like he's lost a nose cone, so yeah, there's been some issues, and yeah, DBR 257 also in the pit, so yeah, that might be a trip to the stewards later on after the race. Not ideal to have that situation, but sometimes it is unavoidable. We do have Jacques Legrandsie now. He's on a timed lap. Unexpectedly, Purple's sector 2 coming down now to the final chicane. Very tight overtaking opportunity through there. And he goes over on a 130.4 on his mediums. Right.
Not a bad time.
Next across the line, okay, Nick restarted his lap.
He had to start another lap as he invalidated the previous one, so...
Yeah, 100%, thank you. Actually did forget about Savage Moses. Okay, he has set a time. He is in 6th currently. Oh, we're also missing Lee van Rooyen's teammate Kedonks. Lee van Rooyen there jetting into the pit lane. Yeah, so Kedonks also missing as well this evening. He will not race. Unfortunately,
He just spittled his first sector.
It's right on board with Nick here. Don't you think there's also something just magical about that livery of the Toro Rosso? Obviously now changed to Alpha Tauri with a darker blue and white, but I mean this Toro Rosso Red Bull livery is awesome. Don't know why they changed it.
It looks very nice.
It's absolutely amazing. I mean,
pulling the second sector as well. We're in for a good time here. Maybe lost a bit of time in that chicane, but let's see what's doing.
Slight bit of oversteer. Goes 6th. So it looks like if you purple the first 2 sectors, you'll end up 6th.
Makes perfectly good sense.
Yeah, it makes perfect. So far, the evidence tells us that's what it's going to be about. There we go. As we got now the Haas of Avelach starting his timed lap now on the softs. Avelach obviously taking up commentary duties last week. Free to race this weekend, so I've given him the night off. He better be finishing on the podium this evening. I will be very upset with him as he was with me last week. So
otherwise, we'll get him back into the comms box.
We'll get him back. Yes, we'll get him back in the comm box. He's quick in the comm box.
I'm looking at the times for the first 6 drivers, and it's basically half a second separating all of them. And it's the mix between softs and medium tires. So tire choice is not really making a difference here.
Still very, very tight up and top there. What do you think the cutoff time would be looking at this? I mean, we've got we've still got 7 drivers to make it, to put a lap in. So
see what Boris did with his softs on a 129.97. I'm going to stick my neck out and call it maybe a 129.7.6 maybe for quali 3. I'm not sure how much time they can find in those laps, but I would say 129.6. Let's see if they prove me wrong.
Opens his DRS, puts it into 7th, now 138.0. So yeah, let's call it. We'll just actually have exact look about 1 second exactly covering the top 8. Look at that, 1 second exactly. 1.000 covering the top 8. Manu now puts his lap in. There's definitely improvement from Manu there. He's 1.8 seconds off the pace, but definitely more pace to come out of that Mercedes-Benz. Nam Bulldog now crosses the line to go 3rd.
Wow.
Great time. Now Nam Bulldog with a 130.263 is on the softs. It's Burnout 007, unfortunately, on an invalidated lap time.
Same with Sniffalizer, and then DVR also still needs a time. I'm just going to ride with him, see what he's doing.
So Racing Point need him. Tiger Bolt also, there we go. So Tiger Bolt is the other driver that's missing tonight as well. That will put a major dent in his championship fight.
DVR just purpled the middle sector, so
he's going to come in 6th.
Hot lap, so.
Let's
maybe
have a
7.
look. Maybe 7. Maybe we change it up a little bit. Oh, 8th. Okay, 8. There we go. He's in the top 10. That's great. So, only 3 drivers who will set a time will be at risk. It's me, Buddha, unfortunately, binning it and not able to compete in Q2.
Burnout and Sniffalizer both still needs to set a time, and they're both in the pits, so they're going to cut it real close. Probably just putting on some fresh softs and put in that 1 hot lap.
Yes. So as things calm down now, the boys just returning to the pits. Sure, in the next 30 to 40 seconds, we'll have the guys going out. But Gordon, welcome back to the chat, Gordo. When did I know Afrikaans? I met Afrikaans a few days ago, so him and I are getting along well. And Tony knows. Good luck to the boys. Nice technical track. Van and Nel popping into the comments. And Mr. Hubert. So, what happened?
Seems like he spun out on the first corner. So
it must be that American air.
Yes, I think it's a qualifying. He's probably want to forget quickly.
Yeah, I know. He needs to Control Alt, delete that, and
Yes. Shift delete.
Right,
Apparently that's like the hard delete.
I just got a video here from. Oh no, it's me. Buddha sent me a video of his incident. I'm just having a review here. So this is not a steward's review. This is just. Oh no! So what happened? Looks like unfortunately one of the racing points had lost the car, and yeah, they unavoidable accident. So yeah, sorry there, it's me, Buddha. That was a bit unfortunate there. It happened to myself and a lane donation for the Mercedes. Unfortunately, it's pretty much the same incident. He lost control of his car. I came around turn 1 in Austria, also quite quick. I was unsighted. I didn't see him when it was too late, and unfortunately, we also rode into each other. Well, I rode into him, ending I think both of our opportunities to qualify. Yeah, pretty unintentional, obviously. But sometimes this happens.
It's very unfortunate for those kind of incidents. I also had the same luck in Spa through Eau Rouge, where I made some serious contact with the Racing Point driver. I think it was Dr. Klaas maybe, and well.
Must have been Dr. Klaas, because I finished fourth. I finished fourth in Belgium, so I was pretty proud of that. So I'll blame my teammate, Dr. Klaas. Oh, Dustin,
yeah. But those things happen, and I must put it to him that he really apologized very nicely about it, and that makes everything better for me. It shows good sportsmanship, and that's what this is all about.
Yeah, no, Dustin's he's a top boykie, Lacko to chat with in a party chat and to have as a teammate. So yeah, no, he's a salt to the earth guy, and he just likes to race. Him and Nick are good friends, so I don't think you'll ever find him intentionally trying to do us in. So
no.
But yes.
Sorry, I'm riding on board with Burnout now. He's just about to get onto the back straight, and he's really pushing hard. I'm really hoping he can maybe make that cut-off for the top 10. But let's see what he's doing.
Yeah, he needs to carry that Renault flag now, because Wizard's first rule. He's had a good couple of races of late and qualifying sessions. Oh no, he runs a little wide through 130R up to the chicane. Renault needs some points, so the checkered flag has been shown to the top 8 drivers. It's Burnout 007, doesn't improve, stays 12th. Those who can improve are Manu Dietrich. He is out on track. Manu Dietrich, the only one who can threaten Savage Moses. Yes.
And just look who's on top.
How did he switch into number 1 position without us even seeing Mr. Avila? 129.555. Look at that. How's that for timing?
That's just making sure he's not coming back to the comms box.
He's really putting his stamp on that. It's like he's got a point to prove. Well, now we need to see a victory or a podium. So if you can convert that into a pole and a victory, then I'll make sure he's never in the com box again for tier 1. I hope you are. I think he is listening to the stream, and he'll probably give me gears later. But yeah, good sportsmanship's going on.
Oh well, that's it.
But as we follow Manu now through the final chicane, he's got a racing point in front of him. We get him a little bit of a toe down to the line, opens the DRS, goes over, does not improve, stays 11th. And Savage Moses is safe. Savage Moses improves to 9th. And that is not the driver bashing into each other there that you see. That's just when the computer takes over and control of the car. That's what you get. So don't worry, there's no foul play, as we saw the Mercedes bashing into the racing point of DBR 257. There we go, guys. So those who are out, Manu Dietrich out,
and
it's Burnout out. Yes.
my predictions for the best time in quali 3 has just been smashed. I thought maybe a 1:29.7 and Avila did a 1:29.5. So, yeah, I think we're going to see even faster times now.
I really think it's gonna. If we can get a 1:29.0, that'll probably make me a rich man. I won't bet on it, but I'd love to see that. And then Sniffles are also out. I see 2 drivers with 5 place grid penalties. I think that was DBR and Sniffles, if I'm not mistaken. DBR perhaps with that. Perhaps unfortunately unsighted when it's me, Buddha, rode into him and probably picking up a penalty from that. Righto, so I'm just checking. Okay, yeah, Jacques Lecrance is just popping into the chat saying his reception's a little bit poor, thinking it might be the cold. Yeah, I think we all just want to crawl into a hole and get out of this cold, especially us here in the Highveld. It gets pretty damn cold around here in the Highveld at this time of the year.
So Sheldon, what would you think would be a pole position time for tonight? Obviously I've been wrong, so let's see if you are more in line with what these guys can do.
So, look, they're going to be on the softs. We saw 1:29.5, 1:29.555. That's a good hand to have at poker, 555. But maybe, look, if we can get 1:29.1, I think that'll be a pole fighting time. We know Jacques Lecrance blisteringly quick. Eugene as well in the McLaren, also ultimately quick on the one pace, one lap pace, could also there. Lee van Rooyen in and there about, but Avilach maybe now and dark horse on Suzuka. Perhaps this is his track. He could even take us, but all to play for all top 10 drivers. 1:29.1 is my prediction. I don't know what your feeling is going to be.
Anything's possible for me now, seeing at what the times these guys are doing. But yeah, adding on Avila, I'm just thinking maybe after last week's absence, with him being in the comms box, I guess those Haas team, they probably had a serious meeting and told him to step up this week, and that's what he's doing now.
Yeah, 100%. I think his teammate also giving him good bit of ear as well as they chatting with each other. When France Nam Bulldog at the 80s teammate Porsche urged him along as well. So Nick Gishen now goes through sector 1. So the purple timing you see on Nick Gishen is actually because Nick Gishen is the only one, well, the first one to go through the sector. You'll see as you go down the drivers, as they go through sector 1, before any lap is set, it will all be purple. So it's not really anything to gauge on that it's gone purple now, because there's no actual time set. So once the time is set and then you start seeing the changes in the sectors, you know that driver is either up or down on his personal best, or then quickest in the session. So swings that Red Bull left through 130R, flat out 8th gear, close to 300 kph, braking down to little over 80 kph onto the main straight for Nick Gish, and he sets us a Q3 time of 1:30.421. Good lap, don't think strong enough.
No.
Jacques Lecrance now
1:29.0. Okay. So maybe we can see a late 1:28. Let's see. But that's a quick time.
1:29.2 for Eugenius 44. I don't know what to say about.
If the other quick guys such as Paris or Lee wants that pole, They're going to have to pull something special out of that.
Very, very special out of that hat. As you see, and Bulldog goes and he starts on his lap. Barry's opening up his account on a 130.5.
With Lee. He's preparing for his hard lap, so I'm just going to have a look at him.
So Lee with the name change as well now, fielding the same acronym as his teammate, SR, standing for Spartan Racing. So the guys have got a little racing clan going on, which are normally various racing games, but I think GT and also on Formula 1. So Lee now also sporting that, probably got his colours, got the jacket, nice, one of the boys. So just ahead of, big tail slide.
Just ran wide through the tunnel. He's going to have to reset.
So the next one to set a time is going to be Nam Bulldog. I'm just going to carry on with him because Nam Bulldog as well with blisteringly quick qualifying pace. But as you can see, from second to third, there's 1.2 seconds. It's about 1.2 seconds adrift. There's a lot of time to make up from those from third up. Jaco Nagel now puts his... and Nam Bulldog goes third, so he now 2/10 off Eugene S44. That's a better showing by Nam Bulldog in the Haas. Haas will be absolutely thrilled with that. As Avilach now comes, he's invalidated his lap, unfortunately. He'll have to get an, excuse me, he will have to go for another recharge lap, get that battery charged up, and either put on a fresh set of rubber. There's 5 minutes, he has enough time to get round, get in for a fresh set of rubber, and continue. So Lee's posting a time of 1:47.7, but that is because he lost it a little bit going under the bridge. He'll start a new lap again to try and get close to that 1:29.011. I wasn't far off my prediction, but that even took me by surprise.
Having a ride with Avilach, and he just backed off his lap as well. So, yeah, there we go. 1:28.8 for Jacques Lecrancy.
Right,
that is quick.
There is something Jacques Lecrancy needs to tell Claire Williams to help them, George Russell, and to help Nicholas Latifi, because that Williams of Jacques is on fire, and I think Jacques is got a lot.
I'm not sure what he's putting in. I'm not sure what he's putting in that fuel tank.
It's 97 fully leaded. That's what he's doing. No 95 or 93. That's pure 97 full lead. You even have to wear a hazmat suit just to throw the petrol into the vehicle. Jet fuel. But Jacques has got a lot to show and make up for the unfortunate race not the unfortunate race, because he finished on the podium, going all the way to last on the first lap. But as we watch Lee cross the line, 1:29.1. Lee van Rooyen in second now.
That's better.
That's a better showing from Lee. We ride with Avilach.
I just don't think anyone is going to take Jacques Lecrancy off from first position. I don't see that happening.
This is Jacques' pole to lose. He's going to start on pole, I'm sure. When that 5 lights go out, he's going to be gone like a stabbed rat, and you won't see him again. Guy has got phenomenal pace, really awesome.
He's got something to prove after his race in Russia. Although he didn't have the outcome he would like, he was by far the best racer of the night, being one pit stop ahead of the other guys and still making up all that time to finish on the podium.
Well,
so if he can just have a good clean start tonight, it will be really interesting to see what he can do.
Even speaking and thinking about it, I mean, really, he had all to prove in Russia, and he absolutely went out and proved everybody what he is capable of. Because yes, he did an extra pit stop, coming from last, and still podiumed in Russia. So awesome race for them. Yeah, unfortunately, also getting tangled up with Lee van Rooyen in the start. So Avilach puts his Haas into 6th now. they're having that tangle up in Russia. Lee van Rooyen also dropping down to second last, also coming into fourth, finishing nicely into the point. So Barry's down in ninth. He's
just on a hot lap now, coming through the pin. Let's see what he can do.
Barry's was pole in Russia.
Yes.
He's now leads the championship after... Oh no, he loses it through Spoon. I don't think he's gonna... He will have time to get that car back to the start-finish straight, but I don't know what his ERS looks like. If he's gonna have enough ERS.
It look too bad, but I definitely think he's gonna do another lap.
So I'm just trying to actually just gather if my info is correct.
Jacques Lefrancy is just out of the pits attempting another lap. I'm not sure what he's trying to do. If you think he can even better that lap, but he's going to put another go.
I will be flabbergasted if he beats that 128.8. I don't know if he was going to get around in time to start a lap, but I would love to see him start another lap, because I want to ride on board and see at least scintillating how quick this Williams is with Jacques Lefrancy behind the wheel. If this race doesn't, or this qualifying performance doesn't tell you that he's coming through, but look at that weight. Look at Eugene as well on a 128.8. When did we miss that? Eugene just gone on to 128.873. He is...
Came from nowhere.
That is amazingly quick by the McLaren driver. So that's maybe what has spooked Jacques into going again. We know Eugene is blissfully quick as well, and that is just, I think, too close to comfort for the Williams driver.
So Jacques will definitely make the checkered flag for his hot lap, so I'm just going to have a look at him.
So the victor in Russia, Jacques makes it over the line with 12 seconds to go. We'll ride on board with him to see if he can improve on the 128.8. So, yeah, your victor from Russia was Eugene S44, taking the full complement of 26 points with the fastest lap. Barry's finishing second. As we said, Jacques Lefrancy third, coming on the podium after falling all the way back to the back of the pack in the start of the race. Tiger Bolt finishing up in fourth eventually. Jaco Nagel down in fifth. Lee went down to sixth. Sniffelizer in seventh, finishing in Russia. Manu in eighth. Kedongs was ninth, and then Nam Bulldog rounded up the top 10, scoring that last point for the Haas team. But now he's still focusing obviously on Jacques Lefrancy in Q3, so those are the results I was reading out from Russia, just checking on who the winner was, and it was Eugene. So Eugene now threatening Jacques Lefrancy, Pumpkinhead man. But Jacques Lefrancy's got something to prove, and he's coming up to Sector 2. He purpled Sector 2. He's 4/10 up on his personal best and the quickest time. So we'll continue to follow him down through the chicane, coming towards the start-finish straight. DRS opens. I did not see the final time. We cut away, but if anything to go with, that was a 128.4. Let's have a look here.
That was quick.
127.3. Oh wow!
Yes. I don't know. No, I don't know. No.
Yo.
More than.
Look, if I was
1.5 seconds quicker.
Wow.
It's 1.5 seconds quicker than.
Well done, Jacques. That is
Yes.
Look, we can't say it's unbelievable because it's there. It's believable. We see it.
Yes.
127.3. If I was Eugene, Boris Lee, Nam Bulldog, Savage Moses, Avilach, Jakub Nagel, Nick Gishen, and DBR 257, I will not. I don't even know what I'll be fitting right now under that helmet. Looking at that time, knowing
Yes.
he's gonna be starting on pole. It
Yo.
is, and it's a phenomenal lap time. And that's it. So, Jacques Lecrance takes pole position, and it is clear sunny skies at Suzuka, Japan, for the Grand Prix that's about to kick off. We got a 50% distance race, so that is it was about 30 laps. I can't remember from Monday, but we'll have a look now as we just wait for everybody to ready up. See, some of these guys in these high visibility jackets don't look Japanese to me. Imports.
No. I have to say, looking at the times that was just set up, I'm kind of glad it's a dry race. You know, we're going to see some good pace tonight and being good racing. So I'm very excited.
This is going to be awesome racing. So the boys kick off the warm-up lap. It looks like there's a few cars missing. It's probably just glitched out by Codemasters. So the starting lineup will be Jacques Lecrance to lead us away. Eugene S44 second. Barry's starting on the second row. Lee van Rooyen with him. On the third row, Nam Bulldog and Savage Moses. Avilach Jakub sharing row number 4. It's the Toro Rosso of Nick Gishen and the Mercedes of Manu Dietrich on the 5th row, 9th and 10th. It's me, Buddha, who had that unfortunate incident with the Racing Point starts in 11th, and he shares the 6th row with Sniffalizer in the Ferrari. GJ Buerta in 13th, DBR 257 rounding out the 7th row in 14th. Then we have the pairing of the Reynolds on the 8th row, right at the back of the pack, not having the best Suzuka at the moment. Let's hope they can score some points, get Reynolds, bring Reynolds home some decent points so Cyril Abibol doesn't fight with Christian Horner for nothing again, because I think he likes to do that. Don't think him and Christian Horner are best of friends. Cool, so just checking the comments quickly. I might need to just refresh my comments since that I've actually left. Oh, it must be again some lag from my side. Just seen Jacques Lecrance going onto the grass through 130R, but I think it was just a little bit of lag going through there. On the comments, so we have again Aqua Zentry saying how's it to everybody, and Paresh, good evening gentlemen. Yes, welcome back Paresh, ever strong supporter of the commentary. Paresh needs to join us as well, also one of my Formula 1 friends on another group. Let's see if he can handle the heat in FTR, and we can invite him along to come race with us in season 2. And as the boys take up their grid slots, we see one of it's the Racing Point of DBR actually coming around a bit later than the others. We'll just have to wait for him to take up his position. So I don't see Lee van Rooyen seems to be in the pit lane, not on the grid. I don't know if you see him on your side. I see him.
Yes, yeah, no, I don't see him on the grid either, and
here he goes.
like
so
in the pits.
we'll ride on board with Barrios to see how he gets away behind.
Lights. And there they go.
Off we go. Barrios with a blistering start on Jacques Lecrance. Immediately up to second. Ghosting through Lecrance. And Eugene losing out to Nam Bulldog. Avilach all over the back of that McLaren in the background. And but Jacques Lecrance gets away nicely now. Barrios was threatening to take first away from him. Wizards first
Wizard
rule is
just
out.
retired.
Virtual safety car. Oh no, there we go. First fatality. It's burnout. 007 up to 11th of the start, coming all the way from the back. Lee van Rooyen still in the pit, not partaking in the race. Oh no, that's going to take a knock and a blow for Lee's championship fight. Virtual safety car is deployed. The drivers need to.
I'm just trying to see if I can get Wizard into the comms box. Maybe find out what happened there with him.
100%. So there we go. Back to racing speed.
I'm afraid with Jacques Lecrans in front, you know, I'm afraid to see what he's going to do.
So,
looking at
so Bulldog
got a gap of about a second.
Attacking barriers here, going down the back straight through 130 off, flicks it left, runs a bit wide, won't be able to line him up through the chicane. He's going to have to just back off slightly, recharge his batteries and get back on the back of Barry's. Unfortunately a little run wide through there, and there we go. So after the first lap, we have Jacques Lecrans is still leading. Barry's 0.19 second. Nam Bulldog in third. Eugene has 44 in fourth, and Avila fifth. Nick Gishin in sixth. Toro also. DBR 257 making up huge places, up 7 places into seventh.
Just out of Ferrari. Excuse me. Yeah, there's a huge collision. Ferrari and Williams.
Oh no, it's me, Buddha, and seems
just
to be
after the S's.
And exactly the same place. It's me, Buddha, came together with the Racing Point. He sees himself out of the race. That Ferrari's got no damage on it, no front wing damage. Safety car is out. Yellow flag conditions. That is one Williams going strong, another Williams out. Oh, unfortunately, they're not the best of races there for It's Me Buddha. Qualifying disappointing, and now similar place. It's Me Buddha coming together Ferrari, but I see GJ Buerta's lost end plate on his Toro Rosso as well. Lee van Rooyen nowhere to be seen. Car still shows off in the pits. Right, so under safety car conditions, we can calm the things down. No position changes.
Looking quickly at the biggest winners and losers from the start, we've got DVR up in 7th, making up 7 positions. Burnout in 9th position, also making up 7 positions. And then Lee van Rooyen, by far the biggest loser, losing 12 positions.
Just got a message here on the stream from Van and now Lee's electricity at home seems to have gone out. I don't know if the area is affected. Hopefully you can get that resolved quickly. Unfortunately, it's going to be quite a lot of laps down. Don't know if you'll make it back. We can ever rely on Eskom to support us in our racing activities. We won't blame Cecil though, Anthony.
He's probably a victim of the load reduction system currently being implemented.
I don't even know if we.
Joined.
Oh, there we go. He's joined. I don't even know if we're allowed to bash parastatals on YouTube streaming, but we'll do it anyway. We're South African, eh? That's
oops.
Ons sê 'n ding hoe hy is.
Yeah.
Nee. Right, so on lap 3 we got a safety car. So the boys will trundle around as the stewards, the marshals clean up the debris from that collision between It's Me, Buddha, and I suspect you say it was a Ferrari. I did see a Ferrari spun around. I also saw some damage on GJ Buerta's Toro Rosso. So once that's cleared off, the safety car will head back in. We'll just have a look here on the tyres fitted. So Jacques Lecrans is on those mediums from qualifying 2. Burries and Man Bulldog also still on their softs. Eugene losing out. starting second, now in fourth. Abilach on the soft season fifth. So good showing there for Haas. There's some decent points in the bag for Haas to continue this way. Nick Gishin sixth. DBR 257's blistering start, absolutely phenomenal, bringing that racing point right up into the good points, racing for the points as well, and he has made it up seventh. Yaku Nachel in eighth. It's Burnout 007, license to come in ninth. Sniffalizer 2 in 10th. And then we have the Toro Rosso of GJ Buerta, Savage Moses. Looks like he's jetted off into the pit and put the hards on. I don't know, he probably is expecting to run to the end on those hards. Then we have Mr. Manu Dietrich in the second Mercedes, rounding off the 13 drivers that are still in this race. Lee van Rooyen has joined, but I don't think Codemasters is going to allow him to partake in this race. So the championship has been blown wide open. Jacques Lecrancy, Barry's 0-1 on top of the championship at the moment. Barry's leading by 1 point. Eugene also in the fight for this championship with one of their top contenders, Mr. van Rooyen, out. This means Eugene can attack that third place, and maybe Barry's and Jacques can create a bigger gap between themselves and the third position man, Mr. van Rooyen, and fourth, Eugene. Right, we see the safety car will come over the sector 2 timing line at the end of the straight, just before 130R. Just keep a look on its lights. If its lights go out, we know it's coming into the pit. That's when Jacques will set the pace. He will start to back off the pack. So yes, the lights have gone out. Safety car in this lap. Jacques will now slow the whole pack down. He'll choose his opportune time to shoot and go. No overtaking till the first safety car line, which I think is just before the pit entry, yeah, at Suzuka. I'm not 100% sure. Then the guys can start to overtake. So the safety car jets off into the pits. Jacques puts the hammer down. Burries doesn't allow him to get too far away from him. That is a great read by Burries 0-1. Man, Bulldog 88,
Burries
nicely away. Burries is... They come around
really
the first hairpin. No, Jacques defends off nicely there. We see a Racing Point attacking the Toro Rosso. That's going to be interesting. The Toro Rosso on the mediums, Racing Point on the softs. We're definitely going to see some serious battle going on between the two of them. And we have Yaku Nachel in 8th. It's me, Bernard, still in 9th. Sniffalizer right now, the top 10 in the Ferrari. It's me, Bernard, who ran wide, seems to me.
Nam Bulldog lost it under the tunnel.
Oh, we did not catch that, and oh, that's unfortunate for the Haas team, running solid in the points. Was third. Oh, these lost it out there. Will that bring out the safety car again? We do have yellow flags. Oh, he's out. So that's it. Now we got 4 drivers out. Only 12 still running. Jacques Lecrancy still leads us through the thingy, but Barry's not allowing him to get too far. Doesn't seem a safety car will come through for that incident. We have Nick Gishin, who's actually right behind Avilach now. There's a battle.
Just riding with the pack behind you, Yaku Nachel and DBR, and they're also DBR defending like crazy for 6th position. So some good racing we're seeing here.
Right, so it looks like Manu and Savage Moses, the only ones right now to have stopped under the first safety car. Still with Nick Gishin. He's now dropped off a little bit off Avilach, but Yaku Nachel, as you say, under second behind DBR 257 with Sniffalizer not far either behind Yaku Nachel. This is going to be a 3-way battle for 6th place. see how that goes. Racing Point, look, so far, Dewald is putting on a stellar performance. I think he's going to imprint his name later on in the race for driver of the day if he continues to make up these positions and get into those top points. So in the comments here, latest comment again from Mr. Gordon. So Gordon saying that Lee must let his uncle get him an inverter. So Gordon van Rooyen, the uncle of Lee van Rooyen. So some family support there. Gordon, highly qualified inverter salesman, popping into the comments there. So there we go. Lee needs to call up his uncle and get that inverter sorted. I think coming later on in winter, I think July, was it July or August, they said our load reduction schedule will kick in. I can't remember, but yeah, that's going to play some havoc with our racing though. Although Snufflei's the 9/8, I think what we can do is the championship winner, we'll actually sponsor them a generator to make sure they can continue racing with us, knowing that Eskom might be cutting out. But now I'm with the Snufflei's, who's right behind Jaco Nagel now, coming into the two quick left-handers, coming through under the tunnel where Nam Bulldog lost his ass. Also, DBR 257, that Racing Point is performing tremendously well on this Suzuka circuit right now. He's made up quite a few positions, and he's made up 8 positions this far in the race on the back of Nick Gishen right now. So he could make it 9 position gain. That'll be fantastic there for Racing Point. Strengthen their championship fight and take it to the Mercedes, who's currently also only got 1 car in the points, that of Burry's. He's in second. He will be holding some good points. Just want to have a look right now who's on the... Let's see if we can get the fastest lap on here. So the fastest lap, okay, unsurprisingly, fastest lap by Jacques Lecrancy, 1:32.9. So the fastest lap also worth 1 championship point.
Ooh, excuse.
No problem.
DBR and Nick Gishen just had some contact. The two cars bumping their tires against each other, and DBR came off the worst there. It was a very good battle.
Yes, I'm on with him now. It doesn't seem like it's got any damage. Yeah, it looks like that wings are pretty clean. Tires. So some tight racing there.
The 4 drivers from Nick, Jaco, Snufflei's and DBR, those 4 guys, and it seems like Savage Mowers is also coming to the party. Right. That's definitely the action spot on the track at this moment.
So those on the softs, when do you think the pit window will open for those on the softs? We know Burris can take his tires pretty far. Iverlach is also a pretty good tire whisperer.
I'm thinking 10 laps on the softs is probably a safe bet. Yeah. Since they had the safety car at the start of the race, let's say maybe around lap 12 or 13. But yeah, I might be wrong. Let's see what they do.
Right, so, oh no, it's Burnout 007. Oh, he's come undone. He's lost his entire front wing. As I heard from one of the Tier 2 commentators, he is clean shaven. We can't call it damage on the wing because there is no wing. It's absolutely just gone. It's missing. Looks like he just actually went into the pit for the hards and came out, and now we'll have to again circle around, go into the pits. Nick Gishen into the pits. He fits the hards. There he goes out. And DBR 257 jumps Nick Gishen in the pits. So that puts DBR Devil back in front of Nick Gishen. No, my apologies. He was behind Nick Gishen, fighting with him. He lost out to an incident, and now he's ahead of Nick Gishen. That's worked out a treat for the Racing Point driver, DR257. He's gone onto the softs, so that will definitely mean he needs to pit again because he hasn't fitted the mediums on.
No.
Was there some damage we might have not seen? I'm not 100% sure, because I don't think there was damage, because he came in, pitted, got new tires on and got out very quickly. Might have just bald spotted those tires. I'm going to jump to Eugene and Burries. I see the battle here is heating up as Eugene is just 0.3 of a second behind Burries, coming through 130R. He is on the mediums, Burries on the softs. Are those softs starting to give out on the Mercedes-Benz? We'll see now. Eugene will have DRS coming down the main straight into turn 1s and 2. That flap opens up on the back of the McLaren, allowing more air to flow through the car. Less wind resistance. He pushes on the inside. Burries gives him a little bit of room, some respect. He gets the move done. Burries fights back on the outside of turns 3 and 4, but no, he won't have the inside line. Looks like Eugene's got the move, made it stick. He puts himself into second, and now he can set his sights on going after Jacques Lecrance, who honestly has not...
Maybe those softs just going off a bit now.
It looks like the softs are starting to go off a bit. Sniffelaars and Jaco Nagel now really trading red for red and white here. Jaco Nagel under pressure from Sniffelaars. Sniffelaars slightly runs a bit wide, but now it looks like Avilach wants to get in on this party as well. Maybe that soft's also on the... Oh, as Sniffelaars sends it down the inside of Jaco Nagel. Looks like a little bit of Jaco Nagel pushes Avilach. Oh, Avilach. It now looks like he's taken the position from Sniffelaars, who's fallen down back behind Avilach and Jaco Nagel after sending it on the inside of the Alfa Romeo. Taking out some of the Alfa Romeo's wing, if I'm not mistaken there. Yeah, they'll go through down to 130R. The quick left-hander, yeah. Let's have a look at the follow. Yes, that Alfa Romeo's got a little bit of damage on the left-hand side end plate. He'll still manage to continue driving like that. The pit window is coming up shortly, so you won't have to make an additional stop. He'll just need to get that wing changed. So it'll take him some time in the pits, but at least he won't have to do a second changer. But back with Burries now, also not letting go of Eugene.
No, he's sticking with him.
Oh no, as I switch to Avilach to see his fight with Sniffelaars coming through the S's, and he loses it into the kitty litter, gets the car back on track. Tires will be dirty. You'll have to be cautious, but that throws him.
I definitely think the soft tires is towards the end now. These drivers on there, Burries, Jaco, Sniffelaars, Avilach, they're definitely going to have to look at pitting very soon.
Yeah, I can definitely see the guys on the softs losing out there, losing time to the two leaders. Although I must say, as fastest lap still stays
Burries
with
is still
Jacques.
putting up a fight.
Burries, yeah, he has not let go of Eugenius 44. Look, this is still two of your championship contenders. Burries leading the championship right now. Doesn't want to let Eugene get too many points up on him. Eugene in fourth, still definitely in the fight for the championship. Maybe Burries is working those softs a little bit better than the others, but it looks like they are falling away. As we see, Jacques Lecrance 2.3 seconds now ahead of those two. The fight there, Jaco Nagel into the pit. He'll fit on, looks like going on to a set of mediums. He'll have a nose change as well, but that puts Sniffelaars into fourth. Avilach up to fifth. And DBR 257, they're having a great race up until the incident with Nick Gishin, who's now tailing him by just less than half a second. We have it's Bernard 007 been lapped there by, looks like the Ferrari of Sniffelaars, yes. I was going to say Senior Ghost, but yeah, he's not racing with us tonight. couldn't make the race. So now Eugene's got a little bit of breathing room from Burries. Yes, all those softs now reaching the point to where these guys have to look to get in, change them out, get onto the mediums or the hards. From here on in, do you think the mediums would last?
It's going to be very close. With my experience, and I'm not the best tire conservationist, if that's even a word, I can get about 20 laps from a set of mediums.
Yeah, well, we'll call it conservationist. We look after and maintain the population of the tire's life and the wear of the tire. We can call it that. We don't have to argue about semantics. We'll make it work. Don't worry. We'll find a way.
So yeah, about 20 laps on a set of mediums. I think it's calling it safe. But I'm sure there's guys here with a lot more skill than I do and can preserve their tires a bit better than I do. So definitely 20 plus laps on a set of mediums.
Yeah.
If you pit now, you might be lucky to make it.
So Burries has seen himself into the pits now. He is on a different strategy to that of Eugene, who was chasing Eugene. Still on the mediums. Burries is gone onto the mediums, so he's going to try maybe an undercut on Eugene. He was just a second behind Eugene, so let's see if these fresh rubber will be able to get him to leapfrog Eugene when Eugene comes into the pit. Avilach now up to third with all the pits that are going on, pit stops that are going on. He's coming through Spoon Corner with Savage Moses not too far behind him. There we go. Avilach again doing a great job on his tires. He's now 12 laps in, 14 laps in, 13 laps in on his tires, on his softs. And yeah, these are the ones that he qualified on as well. So doing a great job on in the Haas with the tire wear. And he then dives it in. Oh, he just makes it into the pit. Almost collecting the wall with him. Losing one wheel on his way in would have given the Haas pit crew a lot less to do. But he's serving a penalty, it seems. That's not going to bode well for him. I bet you that helmet is fuming with steam out of those ears. He goes on the mediums. That'll be him done for the afternoon. So we have Burries up to fourth after his few stops. The only two to still stop is Eugene S44 and Jacques Franci.
Oh no, sorry, Avilach is in the pit.
Yeah, he's just trundling out the pit now and going around corner 2. So the two leaders still to pit. Savage Moses pitted very early on in the race. He's done 11 laps on his hards. He will look, if you're doing 20 laps on your mediums, surely you could finish the race as Savage Moses done on the hards, because I mean, he's got about 14 laps to go. Yeah, it gives you about 25, 26 laps on the hards. Perhaps that bodes well for him. He might lose some pace towards the end, but he trades off at least. He's done his pit stop, got out the way, and he'll see himself to the end. We have a battle again still going on between Sniffelars and Jochen Nachel. Sector 3, we had a yellow flag, not sure. Alright, there we... it's Manu Dietrich being lapped by one of the Alfa Romeos. That is Savage Moses. Yeah, that'll be
He's
Savage
definitely
Moses.
not having a good night tonight. Manu normally I think is a lot better than what he's doing tonight, so very frustrating for him. And yeah, not the best at the office.
Burries now coming up to lap his teammate. Don't think there'll be an issue there. He'll let his teammate through as Burries hunts down Savage Moses. It's about 20 seconds down. Savage Moses is 20 seconds down the road from Eugene, which is more or less about a pit stop at Suzuka. So anything from 22 seconds and greater, your gap, you've definitely got yourself a free pit stop. Eugene and Jacques Franci for sure definitely has a free pit stop available. He's about 25 seconds down the road. Again, just smashes in another fastest lap, a 1:32.3 on 15 lap old mediums. How's that?
You know, I'm not sure if I'm just seeing things, but it seems to me as if Jock is actually taking it very easy, not taking any unnecessary chances. I think he's just trying to take it to the end.
Yep.
And he still managed to put in a fastest lap.
Get it to the end. Get to his pit stop. Get the softs on, and move from there. So quickly into the comments says it's pretty calm right now, but we see. Oh, that's DBR now going into the pits for his mandatory pit stop to change over to the mediums. Right, comment. So yeah, Divan, not racing tonight. Support his teammate. Pushing hard for Eugene for the win. Eugene currently in second. Can really do with the win. Get some points up on Lee van Rooyen, who's unfortunately again experienced some power outage in his area and not able to rejoin the race. So that's a bit unfortunate. So we'll call, Antonio, we'll call that a power unit failure.
Yes.
There we go. We'll just make them up as they come.
Yeah.
I must say, this battle between Sniffelaars and Jaco Nagel has been going on for pretty much the entirety of the race that I've watched or paid attention to them. They both pretty much pitted around the same time. They both were at the same... and that's it. Eugene pulls the trigger. Eugene goes onto the softs. Now let's just have a look where Burries is, because this is what we want to see. Did Burries make the right choice going into the pits early onto the mediums, and he's coming down, he's purpled sector, the final sector. Does he get ahead of... No, he does not get ahead of Eugene. Eugene did well on his mediums. Fantastic in-lap from Eugene, and he keeps ahead of Burries. That's great driving, Eugene. But Burries did make up slightly some time. But yeah, we're back to the fight again. Savage Moses is obviously under pressure now from Eugene S44. We also have It's Me, Burnout 007 in the mix there. He is being lapped. That won't affect the drivers too much, as the guys can drive through the back markers. Savage Moses is under pressure here from both Eugene and Burries. He's on the hards, 14 lap old hards. Is this, as Savage Moses, you need to ask yourself, is this a fight you want to have? Are you racing them, or can you actually afford to let these guys by, drive your race, finish fourth, collect a good handful of points, and hopefully someone in front of you then maybe makes a mistake? So let's see if he can finish the race.
If I put myself in his position, I would definitely do my race, So I'm in second position. If you want it from me, you have to fight for it.
You're going to fight tooth and nail for that second.
I'm going to fight for it, and if you want to overtake me, then you will have to fight for it. But yeah, it's your safety car.
This is Sparta, so we have a BSC right now. That neutralizes the field. No one is allowed to overtake. Everyone has to ride to a certain predetermined delta time. But I'm not sure what actually brought out the incident. Did you maybe catch it? I don't see anybody off the...
No, I didn't see anything. The timing is maybe just a bit off for Jacques Lefranc. He just went around the hairpin, as this would have probably been his best time to go for his pit stop. But I'm not sure if he's going to make the pits under this virtual safety car.
So the virtual safety car is ending. There we go. DRS back enabled again. Green is the color of the flag seen by the drivers. Now they can push on again. Jacques Lefranc.
And I'm wondering, maybe if he's coming in for his pit stop now. I mean, he's got like more than enough time to come in, do his business. No, he stays out.
He ignores the pit lane, continues down the main straight. He's now done 18 laps on those mediums, including a lap on qualifying. So absolutely looking after his tyres brilliantly. Adjusting his racing style as the tyres wear out, and he's putting that car in the perfect position. He will pit and definitely come out ahead of Savage Moses, who's actually now was going to be attacked by Burries, but now Burries and Eugene going side by side down the main straight. Eugene on the outside, Burries on the inside. Who wins? Eugene sticks it around the outside, takes it from Burries. They're on different strategies. Eugene on the faster tyre now, the softs, and Burries on the mediums. Eugene.
Burries loses it. Burries loses it.
Oh, Burries out into the kitty litter. No damage, luckily. Cars flashing by. Thank you, Antonio. I would have never caught that because I thought he was still pretty much on the tail of Eugene. That's what sometimes the pressure gets to the best of the drivers. But now
pushed him just a bit too hard.
Now Eugene.
Whoa, there's contact. Oh goodness, yes, Eugene made contact with Savage Moses. And Eugene takes second position. That's definitely, I think, going to be a Stewart incident. Very unfortunate for Savage.
This actually plays nicely also into Savage hands with Burries now 15 seconds down the road. If Savage can keep up his pace, finish on his tyres, he's definitely looking at a podium place here, and that'll be awesome. I mean, he's a driver with great pace in qualifying. We've seen some glimpses of great racing during some of the races, but I'm not sure, I can't recall from memory if he's finished on podium, so this will be great for him to ensure he keeps up the pace, doesn't lose more ground.
Savage also didn't lose a lot of time to Eugene, so maybe he'll still come back and fight back for that second position. But Jacques Lagrange just pit for his soft tyres as well, so I'm not sure if he's going to try and show us what he can do, or if he's just going to take this race to the end.
Right, so now everybody has done their mandatory stop, and they will continue in the fashion that they were before. But we see Jaco Nagel, who Sniffalizers got past Jaco Nagel at some stage, we didn't see, but Jaco Nagel not allowing the Sniffalizer to get away. This Alfa Romeo Ferrari battle continues as the race wears on.
Yes.
And again, the strategies are switched around here. We see Sniffalizer on the soft tyre, and we see Jaco Nagel on the... Oh, Manu Dietrich is out of...
I think he just made some... Oh, he's out.
He's out.
I saw him on the side of the road. I thought he made way for the front runners to come past, but I didn't quite catch what happened to him.
That's unfortunate for the Mercedes-Benz driver. Not having a great race either, but yeah, it's still a DNF is not what any driver wants, irrespective of the position.
No.
At all. Right, Jaco Nagel on those mediums. Let's just have a look at the... Yeah, so Sniffalizer, okay, my apologies, Sniffalizer's on the mediums, they're not on the softs. So they're about similar in age on those tyres. Way coming up towards Nick Gishin, who's on their hards. Also doing a fairly decent job as well. Let's have a look at the position changes. So Nick Gishin up 4 places, started 9th. Sniffalizer right now, one of the biggest winners, up 6 places. Then we have, it's Burnout 007 in 11th. He's up 5 places. DBR 257 now, just taking another place away from GJ Buerta. He runs wide at the same time, so GJ Buerta gets that place back, and he was lapped, so a lot happening all at once. Diaval puts that racing point on the inside, and Eugene slips through by. How cheeky was that from Eugene? But he's more than allowed to do that as one of the front runners. He's coming up to lap the drivers. He definitely has the choice of racing line coming past the boys.
So we currently have 11 guys still on the track, and I know Tier 2 on Monday had 10 races finish. So they're 1 up at this point. If we have another retirement, then everybody's in for points.
So it looks like Japan gets to the guys in terms of concentration. As you say, 10 guys finishing
Yes.
in Tier 2. And now we got 11 guys here in Tier 1 with about 6 laps still left. It seems all pretty calm.
There's really not a single one point on this track where you can maybe just relax a bit. Every part of this track needs your full concentration, flat out the whole lap. It's a really demanding racetrack.
Yeah, 100%. It's a rhythm track. I think you said it to me earlier before the race. It's a rhythm track. If your rhythm is out, or like myself, I mean, I haven't played in 2 weeks. You lose it completely, and you just one corner, the first corner, could actually make your concentration lapse, even to the last final chicane, if you just don't put it right. So we see Sniffleiser now coming up to the back of Nick Gish, and he's shaken Jaco Nagel a little bit, and now coming up to Nick Gish. Nick Gish on the hards, he'll feel some pressure with that Ferrari on the mediums, and that was pretty close. I heard you.
I think there was a slight contact.
That was pretty close, too close for comfort. But yeah, these guys they got some seriously good car control. Sniffleiser's been a breath of fresh air for Ferrari. Even when his teammate Senior goes, so there's really some exciting racing going from the Ferrari guys now. But they come to 130R. They'll complete the 23rd lap, start the 24th lap. That will leave them with 4 laps to go, 24, 25, 26 and 27. And as it stands now, Jacques Lecrance, he's out in front. Doesn't look like anybody's going to bother him.
I'm just looking at that gap between him and Eugene, and it seems as if he's ever so slightly opening up that gap. I guess he's just putting the hammer down now and he's going for it. Yeah, no, he's just taking it to the end.
He's very comfortable, yes, you're right. I don't think anyone's going to bother him this afternoon. Eugene then sitting in second, a good haul of points. Eugene will catch up to Lee in the championship. He'll take a slight bite out of Barry's lead as well. But Jacques Lecrance after this, if this is how it stays, Jacques Lecrance will go ahead in the championship. Barry's will pick up some points. He'll pick up, 12 points for finishing 4th. Nick Gish is still sitting pretty in 5th on his hards, but he's got Sniffleiser sniffing that 5th position out. He wants it. Jaco Nagel was in a great fight with Sniffleiser. He's lost a little bit of ground now in 7th. Abilach pretty much not far behind these guys. No threat yet to Jaco Nagel, but there is still 4 laps to go, so Abilach can get it done. DBR 257 was having a great race early on. Fell off the pace a little bit. Still going to collect 2 points for Racing Point. He's got It's Burnout 007 trailing him by 30 odd seconds, so quite a lot of time to make it.
Sniffleiser making a move for Nick on the main straight, and he's making it stick, it seems. So yeah.
Right, there we go. So the Ferrari gets the Toro also on the main straight. Yes, those mediums with that DRS. I don't think the Toro also, Nick Gishin had any answer to defend there. He could pick a line, defend the line, but that would have been it. So Barry's going slow for some reason. Barry's been overtaken now by Jaco Nagel, dropping down to 7th. No, this is going to really take a hammering on his championship. Car number 69, not having the best of times in the latter stage of this race. Jacques Lecrance is going to be smiling, noting that his main rival in the championship is now dropped down to 7th. Paris is not going to be a happy camper. I don't think anybody is going to be able to calm him down after this race. He was well on for a podium, and now he's lagging down in 7th.
I think the Mercedes garage is going to be a miserable place after this race.
That's going to be a somber mood. But Savage Moses then is going to be another driver smiling. Went for the early pit stop. What a strategy. Sitting in 3rd. Only person who can attack on him right now. Sniffleizer, he's 20 seconds down the road. That's a comfortable lead. Nick Kishan and Sniffleizer are going to fight it out all the way to the end. Nick Kishan goes on the inside of the Ferrari. Slight little touch, and the Ferrari's lost it. Looks like no, they've both gone off. Oh, that's gonna. Oh, there's a bit of a coming together with the Ferrari and the Toro Rosso. Nick Kishan losing out the most. That promoted Burry's back up to 5th, but look at that.
Just like that, he's back in the race.
He's back in the race, but the Alfa Romeo's now running in tandem, 3rd and 4th. Alfa Romeo having a blistering day, yeah. Jaco Nagel, Savage Moses now going to take some good points for Alfa Romeo, but it's not over because Burry's can still come back to 4th.
Burry's, he just made contact with Jaco Nagel around the hip, and luckily Jaco didn't lose it, but very, very tight racing there.
Yeah, so Sniffleizer and Nick Kishan coming together. Sniffleizer losing out, going from 4th now to 6th. Nick Kishan down 8th. That will probably most likely be sent up to the stewards. It was pretty hard racing. Could be put down to racing incident, but yeah, that was pretty tight racing between the two of them. In all fairness, yeah, the racing's always on. If you're not going to take a gap when you see it, then yeah, why are you racing, as Ayrton Senna said. So,
yeah,
that played again, Savage Moses' hands.
Just one lap remaining. If you had a move to make, I guess now it's your time to make it. And unfortunately, it just didn't work.
No, and yeah, that's compromising your race, unfortunately, for Nick Kishan and Sniffleizer. But Avilach now coming onto the back of Sniffleizer. Not sure if the Ferrari has any damage from that incident. Doesn't look to me. Both end plates are there.
Yeah, it still looks good.
It still looks fine. He's right on the back of Burry's as well. I'm not sure. Burry's is slowing down again. Oh, Burry's running slightly wide and missing the apex of that corner. The Ferrari right on his chuff. Coming up to the hairpin. Let's see. Oh, he defends well. Oh, he gets a love. Oh, 2 love taps from the Ferrari. No incident of any spinning out there, but Burry's maybe struggling now on those mediums. That Ferrari's not going to let him get away too much. We'll just have a look as they go down the back straight towards 130R. The Ferrari looking far more positioned than the Mercedes. This is going to be a drag down to 130R. Is he going to send it around the outside? I want to know. He slows down slightly. Ferrari looking a lot more poised than the Mercedes right now. Must be struggling with mediums. I think he's going to try and leave it for the DRS.
Sniffleizer and Burry's both got the same tyres, 30 lap or mediums. I just think it's an issue of maybe concentration.
Right, so Sniffleizer not actually getting the DRS move pulled on Burry's. Burry's keeps on to 5th. Eugene now going around the hairpin bend down towards Spoon Corner. He is pretty much on his own right in 2nd. 4 seconds adrift off Jacques Lecrancy. Savage Moses 12 seconds off Eugene, but sitting pretty in 3rd. I think he'll be smiling all the way. This is the final lap. With all that action, actually even...
Yes, we almost missed it.
You almost missed him coming down through 130R.
Coming through the last hip and going to finish the race.
We actually even forgot to ask our audience about driver of the day, but there you have it. Jacques Lecrancy goes over the start-finish straight in 1st. Eugene S44 2nd. Look at that. Savage Moses, my man of the day, my driver of the day. Take a bow. 24 laps on the hards, finishing on the podium. Well done. Congratulations, Savage Moses. That was an epic drive of note, taking that early pit stop. I think that would be my drive of the day. Yes. You on 20?
Yes, no, I agree with you. Definitely. 100%. That early pit stop played in his hands. And
Alfa Romeo finishing 3rd and 4th. Sniffleizer coming home in 5th. Burry's coming home in 6th. Avilach 7th. Nick Kishin
in 8th.
will come in 8th. That'll be the final standings. DBR 257 in 9th. It's Burnout 007.
Can I congratulate Bernard on having a race finish at last.
100%.
Yeah, it was that monkey on his back that he couldn't get off. You know, he finished with finishing races. Well done with Bernard.
And there we have it. Car number 46, Williams, Jacques Lecrance taking the win. Anthony, I'll ask you to, if either, I know Adrian is going to give us a hand with the invites of the winners.
I'm going to ask him, yes.
I will leave the interviews to you, sir. Put you on the spot.
Oh, no, please. No, you go ahead. let me see if I can get them for you.
100%, yeah, we'll. So we'll come and have a look at the final standings now for these FTR Grand Prix, Suzuka Grand Prix in Japan. Jacques Lecrance showing his stuff, showing that Russia was just a mishap, putting that car into pole position with a stupid lap of 127.3. Now, no one even, a little bit of a threat from Burries in the beginning on the start, but winning there, Jacques Lecrance taking it home by about 6 seconds. Eugene has 44. Beautiful haul of points for him. He has made up some ground to Lee van Rooyen, who's in third in the championship. Jacques Lecrance will take back the lead of the championship with that victory. And then we have the Alfa Romeo. The best strategy probably today by the Alfa Romeo team. Savage Moses finishing third. As we just wait for the guys to get into the on the interviews, and we'll just chat about the race. But pretty eventful towards the end.
Yes, it was very a lot of action. You know, guys moving up and down the grid. I think basically the only position that didn't change was first position, but right through it was very exciting. Adrian, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Can I just say well done and congratulations on finishing your race. I know this is something that's being very heavy on your shoulders, and well done with that. I'm very excited for you.
The Reynolds scores a point, and yeah, thank you very much for welcoming back there, Adrian. Yeah, I think Cyril Abitbol has got a big smile on his face, some French champagne coming your way. But you guys, you've had a tough run of late, and you know you just got to finish one race, and it doesn't matter where you finish. I think just to get that confidence back, and then I think next race we can look at getting into the top 5.
Definitely, I'm gonna do my best. You guys got Eugene, yeah?
Thanks.
Eugene. I don't hear Eugene right now.
Hi guys.
Eugene, sir, how are you?
Fine, to you.
Good, man. Well,
good.
Congratulations on that second position, dude.
Thank you. Thank you.
So that takes you nicely into the grips of Lee van Rooyen's lead in third, but also puts you closer to Boris as well. You happy about that?
Yeah, I was speaking to Nick and him earlier as well. It's like, you know, my luck has really changed. I could turn it at the last few races. If I look at the beginning of the season,
yeah,
you know, it's like 9th places and DNFs and things like that. And I never thought, you know, top 3 is ahead of me with like 15 points or something probably. So yeah, I'm quite excited about it. See what's going to happen in the next few races.
Yeah, no, you took a huge part of it, but the start wasn't too great for you. You went from 2nd to 4th. Burries and Name Bulldog and they had blistering starts. Just speak us through that. What's going through your mind at that time?
Well, you know, it's a typical soft medium debate. I timed it out as good as I could, and the moment I stepped on it, there was no traction, and all of a sudden I just see this Merc flying past my left hand side. I was like, yeah, there we go, and there goes Nam Bulldog as well. And I just, there's nothing I could do about it. The only thing I could do is try and fight back and put pressure on Nam, and hope that softs won't last as long as I think they will.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, he crashed out as well. But yeah, it's not easy following someone through sector 1, especially on mediums.
No, not at all.
And they're hooked on softs and clean air. It's not the easiest thing in the world.
But you're stuck in there, you finished second, so your strategy played out nicely. And yeah, congratulations, and we look forward to seeing you now in Mexico, and keep eating away at that lead that Jacques Lagrange and Barry's have right now.
No, thank you. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So
cool, man.
We'll see what's going to happen in Mexico.
Sweet. All right then. Cheers. And Divan said he was supporting you all the way on the comments. So yeah, at least you had your teammate in your corner. There we go.
Fantastic.
Okay then.
Thanks,
man. Cheers.
Cheers.
Bye. I see we got Mr. Lagrange here with us.
Hello, hello.
Meneer, how do you do it?
Lucky. I think lucky.
I think luck runs out at some point, and then there's skill just takes over. And I think when you put that qualifying lap of 1:27.3 down, that wasn't luck, that was skill. I mean, you handled that, Williams, beautifully. Just speak us through that qualifying lap first.
Well, let me be honest. I think there's something wrong with the network here in Klerksdorp, because I had a problem with the lapping, and I didn't do that lap time. I did a 1:28.3, 1:28.2, and then when I went over the line, it shows a 1:27 something. So I think there was something from Codemaster. I was so shocked to see I was 1.5 seconds quicker than anybody else.
I almost swallowed the dry air in my mouth and choked on it. I mean, that was, look, fair enough. 1:27.3, 1:28.3, blistering, irrespective. I mean,
thanks.
Yeah, that Russia wasn't a great race in terms of the start. You came back like a tiger and finished on the podium, but you had a point to prove today, and you know, what do we ask you? Because you controlled the race from the beginning. Your pit stop went off smoothly. When you put those softs on, you just had it to the end. Just what else can we ask? Because you can just speak us through your start. I know Barry's had a pretty good start on you, but you defended well into the first corner. So
yeah, I defended. Well, let's say Eugene is keeping me honest. I was pushing the whole race as hard as I could, and I saw he was catching me, then I was pulling away maybe 2/10, then he's catching me 2/10. So it was actually very close. I think if we were together on track, it would have been a great race.
It would have been a fantastic
luckily,
race,
I had that cushion of 2-3 seconds, and luckily at the stops he pitted, and then I saw there was somebody between us, so I knew as long as I just stay out, that guy maybe we would let's say just block him a little bit. So that I played into my hands, and I just came out the stop.
Yeah. And yeah, your biggest rival, Barry's at the moment, he dropped down to 7th, I think he finished off. So you now lead the championship. Speak us to the moment when you saw that he dropped down to 7th. Did you even notice until now?
I didn't know he dropped back that far. I saw he was third, and then I think Savage was third.
Yes, he finished third.
And then I didn't see Barry's again. I just kept on pushing as hard as I could. So I didn't really look far behind me. I was just concentrating between me and Eugene.
100%.
But yeah, like I said, he's got good pace. Eugene's really got good pace.
Well, we hope the fight continues in Mexico City. That track for you?
Yeah, not one of my favorites.
Not one of your favorites. 100%. We'll look forward to seeing the battle continue in Mexico between yourself and Eugene. Yeah, it's going to be some spectacular racing towards the tail end of this championship. But thank you very much, and congratulations again. Go enjoy that champagne. Give Claire Williams a big, fat, open-mouthed kiss, because I think she deserves it. She put all of her resources into that car. So congratulations again, man. Enjoy Clarksdorp.
Thank you very much.
Winter weather.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Cool. Great. Cheers.
Okay, bye.
I did
Bye.
try and invite Savage in. I'm not sure if he'll be able to join us. But your thoughts on the race itself, Anthony?
It was very exciting. Definitely a good battle in the middle field between the drivers, keeping us busy. But yeah, well done with Jacques in his victory. I think he thoroughly deserved it. And yeah, if I'm not mistaken, he's the championship leader now.
Yes, no, he definitely takes the championship lead back. There was a point difference. Right,
congratulations with that. And yeah, looking forward to Mexico.
Definitely looking forward to Mexico. And I'm not sure if Savage is going to join us. But I would like to actually congratulate Savage because I think he is definitely our driver of the day. Amazing pit stop strategy, putting on those hards early on, 24 laps on the hards, finishing third, podium in for the Alfa Romeo. His teammate Yakunaga finished in fourth, so great all of points for Toro Rosso. Not Toro Rosso, Alfa Romeo. That'll be great. Hopefully we'll catch up with Savage sometime about it, but from me, thank you very much for joining us. Oh, there we go. We got Savage joined.
Just in time.
Mr. Savage. Yes, sir. do you hear him yet, Anthony? I don't hear him.
No, I can hear you, yes. You were saying, Savage? Yes, yeah, you definitely had a good race between me and Sheldon. We actually nominated you as our driver of the day, putting on 25 laps on those hard tires and actually working well in your favor. And it just goes to show again that you don't win a race in the first corner. You coming back from the lost position and actually took a podium position. So well done with that one. Yes, yeah, there was a nice battle in the midfield, and I think that maybe also played in your part, you know, those guys keeping each other busy and just maybe making your third position a bit more secure. So well done on that, and well done with Mexico coming up, and we wish you all the best. And enjoy your champagne. Alright, thanks, Savage. Thanks. Okay, cool. Talk again. Thanks. Bye.
Cool, thank you, Antonio. Unfortunately, I could not hear him on my side. So, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Your top three then: Jacques Lecrancy, Eugene S44, and Savage Moses. Right, so that's it from us, from the commentary box. That's it from me, from Antoni, from Suzuka, Japan. We see ourselves in Mexico next week. Monday for Tier 2 and Wednesday for Tier 1. Join us then again on YouTube. Remember to like, subscribe, put on the notification bell, and we'll get you guys there. And Tony, thank you very much, sir.
Thanks, Sheldon. Have a nice evening, and it was nice chatting with you in the comms box.
Alright, good night. Keep well, keep safe. Goodbye.